So, hey, so welcome back, everybody. So that was the back end of Q2, and what we have seen there is we see John McDonald put it on pole again with a 52.027. Jeff Burse with a stunning effort there to put it on the front row beside him with a 52.2. Nick McIndoe, Mark Mudgeway, Farmer into P5, so Farmer sitting on row 3 there.
That's an improvement.
It is a big improvement. So congrats to those guys. That is definitely a good effort. Bear Grylls making the 10 there, Ashberger, Aztec, Damo, Jarkus in there behind Stevo. Just looking across the page, Aaron Enright, Pete Apsey, Jake McKellar, Cheney. I mean, Aaron had a stunning race in that first one.
He did. Definitely. Interesting to see that his times were there in Q2, but yeah, raced well, and the car's looking good for another one tonight.
Hey, yeah, so just taking note there, what can you see there, Davo? I can see that the front 5 have all opted for a soft tyre. Stevo looking at the super soft.
Yeah, Stevo, the only one in the top 10 with the super soft on, which is interesting, but who knows what the pit stops will bring. So just looking a bit further down the field, there's a couple of other guys there running on the super softs. Actually, a good chunk of the field down the back end of the field.
Yes.
So, as the lights up.
You got lights up, Davo, not quite. We 30
quite.
seconds. We're probably 15 seconds away from seeing those, mate. But another good field layout from these guys this week. Good. I think what's 18 on the grid is there.
Yeah, 18 on the grid as the lights come up now, and tightly packed.
Very.
Like I was saying earlier, from 10 down is very close. So there we go. Reds are up as they head into turn 1 for the
lights are out.
Hour long, and they're off.
Great start from both the Boost Mobile Commodore and John McDonald in the 888 car. Nick McIndoe having a look on Mark Mudgeway there. We'll just pick up on that there. He's still having a look down into 4 as they settle in there. A bit later in the day, I understand there's a bit of cloud cover over, so I don't know whether towards the back end of this race, David, we might see things get a little darker.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good at the moment. Everybody having a bit of a stab at down into 4 there, into the hairpin. Farmer, Stephen Melling, Ashley, Amo, everyone was up there. Everyone's looking to have a crack. So.
Yeah, nice and early. Wow, so John having a great first lap there, making nearly 8/10 of a second on Jeff Burse through the opening part of that lap. Just want to pick up on here on Nick McIndoe still putting maximum pressure on the back end of Mark Mudgeway. John's switching front tyre temp by the look of it, heading down to 4 on lap 2. Back there looks pretty busy back here with Steve Melling, Namo Jarkus, and Aztec, mate. There's little shades of where these guys left off after race 1.
Absolutely, it's hectic, and everyone just trying to stamp their name on the race at the moment. Get any position they can, but tough around here. The high average speed, very short lap. Hard to make any gains unless someone makes a mistake.
And we saw plenty of those in the previous race, David.
We did.
Right, so just watching them filing down into 4 now. Guy's doing a really good job. I did cover off and drive a briefing tonight about the bottleneck effect down into 4 and the potential to have a fair bit of contact. Just going to pick up down here. Aaron Enright once again doing really well. Yeah, so I just picked up on in briefing on that, and the guys have done a really good job. We've seen a couple of probably unforced or errors due to pressure or something down there, but not a great deal of contact that we've picked up. We may have missed a couple of bits, but to my knowledge, to this point, the guys have been very clean down into 4.
Yeah, it's like when you watch some of these opening laps, there's a lot of discipline. Boys are all getting through there fairly tidily, and a little bit of lock up here and there. And, you know, not everyone's fast, but everyone's staying pretty clean. And it's like as the race goes on, as Aaron Enright actually just gets a bit curly on the exit there.
Yeah.
They just the brain fade, you know, like everyone's trying to get that little bit of advantage from a braking manoeuvre down there, and you know they go deeper, the tires
change up the front,
and then you see the mistakes. So.
Yeah. Hey, so we had a position change there. Nick did get through on Mudgee, so that puts Nick into P3.
Well, that's interesting, but understandable, I suppose. I think Nick's, you know, like been, you know, a top runner for the last couple of weeks, and.
Yep. Oh, look at the brake lock up, Dave-O into 4.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Look at them, all of them, just a little bit.
Farmer doing a great job, still holding down position for. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah. Holding down P5 at the moment, which is a good effort.
Yeah, I saw Stephen put some pressure on him in the first couple of laps there, and I think he was just testing the waters there. Farmer didn't deal with it very well, but interesting to see how Farmer goes. He's just probably lacked some concentration in the last couple of weeks. So,
like, was that a position at some point changed there? Was Jarks already ahead of Aztec, or or did he get that done? He's on the back of Steve-O now.
No, I think Sharks was in. Yeah,
he was already there.
He was in position there, that's right, yeah. And look at how tightly once those guys are. 4 cars, bam, bam, bam. With Ashley just lurking behind.
I might just grab Nick McIndoe when he hits the back straight here. I'll let him come through the hairpin and we'll just see what happened there. And he's made a little bit of a gap on Mudgee, not too much though, so I might just watch this for a second and just see how he goes and grab him now. Hey, g'day Nick, comms crew got you on board here, pal. How are you?
Yo, good man. How are you?
Good. Hey, that was a nice little opportunistic move there in between 6 and 7 to grab that position from Mudgee. Did he have a run wide, mate, or was that a legitimate straight up pass?
Nah. He locked the rears pretty heavily. Just got on the grass and just snatched it.
Right, mate. Hey, you had a good quali too, pal. It was a good run. Obviously Jeffro stepped up and managed to put it on the front row, but you got him in your sights.
Maybe.
Yeah. I was sort of watching you press forward. Mudgee's still trying to hang on, but I think the pressure's all eyes forward at the moment. So you are on the soft tyre, I see.
Yeah, I think pretty much everybody.
Steve-O.
Yeah, but I think he might have made a mistake.
Right. Okay. And so you think you're just 50-50 this race, and maybe halfway and see what happens, or you think you're going shorter or longer?
I don't know. We'll see how these
tyres hang on, you don't want to tell the comms crew in case the information passes on. Hey mate, best of luck to you. You look like you're making inroads to Jeffro, so we'll keep watching with interest and hopefully have a good one.
Alright, cheers boys. Ta.
Well done.
Cheers.
Well, a little bit keeping the cards close to the chest there, old Macca.
Oh, yeah, well, you'd expect that.
Yeah.
You never know.
Who we might be talking
one
to.
of the other pit crews watching the stream and feeding information back to the other drivers. So.
Yeah, yeah. Jeffrey having a pretty big lock up into 4 then, which has allowed Nick to really close up on the back, and he'll apply some pressure. And just remembering that John McDonald is only 2.3 seconds up the road on this battle, so he'd be comfy, but I don't think he'll. It's not a foregone conclusion in the first stint. You know, he's
well, comfortable in which way? I suppose it looks comfortable to watch from the commentary box here because there's a fair bit of a gap, but I'm sure he's watching his lap times, the gaps between him and the other drivers, and really keeping a close eye on that rearview mirror. So
now I can tell you the number 9 Erebus Commodore of Nick McIndoe did just come through on a 52.9. He was the only one in the top 5 to break into the 52, so he's got some pace on board that car.
Yeah, and I think he is sizing up as much as he said well, he didn't say much at all, but yeah, it looks like he's sizing up Jeffro slowly but surely. So it'll be interesting to watch this as it pans out. But
and Jark is still hard on the heels of Steve Fallon.
I see that. I see that in the background, and it'll be interesting to see if Jarkis's pressure rattles. Not much rattles Stephen though these days. He's a seasoned performer.
Yep.
Well, he knows his set well and drives it accordingly, and knows how to make the car wide at the right time.
Kenny Simpson putting a huge amount of pressure at the moment on B-Dog as well, so Brennan will be enjoying this. He did voice earlier tonight that he was, it was a shame we didn't stream that Bathurst race because he obviously had his best ever run in race 1.
Yeah.
Kenny looking for a move down here. I wonder if he can get the car high and wide, and a nice drive off the corner. No, Brendan doing a great job of getting that 888 Commodore out of there. Just looking up behind Anthony Chesner and Jake coming through turn 4 as well. Just jump back on board with Mudgee having a spin in the background through turns 2. Just regaining composure, turn 3.
Regaining as
the boys round him up.
The boys do round him up. Stephen Damo and Aztec.
Absolutely.
And Ashley's next in line like a shark. Lurking in the background.
And Bear's still sitting inside the 10 too, just behind Ash.
Bear's doing well. Like I said earlier, I think Bear's raced a pretty solid series, you know, like in his position. So I think always lurking.
Yep. Hey, the Boost Mobile Commodore of Jeff Burse has brought that margin down. He just did a 52.8, so he's the quickest of the front 3 at the moment. Brought that margin down to 1.4 seconds back to John McDonald, so Jeff's on the move.
Well, with
inspired by Nick McIndoe up as Juffer.
The Nick lap before, I'm sure Jeff thought he might want to get a wriggle on, so he's responded.
He
clearly.
Mudgee all over the back of Aztec like a cheap suit. Recovering, he'll be filthy.
Yeah, well, Aztec can be used to that. I'm sure he's
he's looking for
used
a move.
to wearing cheap suits.
Yep. He can get the power down here. There's to
and
get
the
a little
pressure's on. I'll see that.
Those guys all running the mid 53s.
They're doing well because in battle, mind you, these they're still circulating fairly quickly. I mean, it's a pretty well a one-line track apart from a couple of corners. So.
Oh, Stephen Melling, that was a
gone welding.
Pulls it up though, manages to get it off the exit.
He does, and he's just enough probably to keep Damo Jacques back where he should be.
Yeah,
One position behind, so...
Farmer doing a great job in fourth. He got a good wiggle coming through 6 there, comes up through 7 now, coming across the finish line on a 53.9, so yeah, significantly 7/10 slower than the guys behind him that lap, so hopefully he's not running into tyre trouble. Interesting hearing Nick McIndoe and what we saw on the grid, with Stephen being the only one in the top 10 running a super soft tyre.
Running the super soft, yeah. Well, this battle between Jacques and Stephen will tell eventually.
Oh, and Farmer goes around.
I nearly commented where she was saying a minute ago about where Farmer was running in fourth, and I just thought he was going to run. His concentration's been going away recently. I don't know whether it's something to do with the car setup or the lack of practice, but again,
closing speed from Jacques on Steve Melling into turn 6 was crazy amazing.
This will be the telling on whether Melling has the tyre choice. So we're only about 15 minutes into the 1 hour race, so I think stay tuned here as Jacques is. I'm sure Stephen will be conserving that rubber, trying to not do that.
Yeah, that's going to hurt that front left tyre.
And Jacques has got all the tyre in the world.
And look who's ranged up on the back of this again, David. Mark Mudgeway in there just
with Aztec, sandwich, the meat of the sandwich again. So these 4 guys. Ooh. Stephen looks like he's nursing that car already, just trying to look after that tyre.
He does.
The boys behind him are in full battle mode.
They are. Oh my God, they want it. They want it. He just wants to defend it.
And he, probably on that tyre, he's in the best position that he can be, because he's in front. He can designate the speed and just hold the pack back a little bit and not have to fight so much. Look at the way he's pulled away there. He's got a good run out of 4 and really launched off the hairpin. Good clean line. Probably working the rubber a little bit there, but
Car looks good through 6 and 7 as well.
The car looks solid. No, nothing slippery, because I noticed Aztec's car earlier in the race and at the end of the last race that it was very slippery coming out of there. And the boys are ranging up again. Look at them, they're like a pack of hyenas, eh?
They are. They seem to catch him here down to the hairpin.
Yeah. He's so careful on the brakes there, but look at the run he gets out of there. How's the hook up there?
Yeah, I think Aztec's got the good run on Jacques there.
I see that there. He's using the slip. He's out the side.
He is out the side. He's a half a chance. It's a long way round.
He's got the inside run.
I think he's going to get this done. Can he pull it up?
Big look up. He's done well.
That's a beautiful move.
It's got an interesting line, Sharks here. He could get the
That was a really nice piece of driving. Yep.
Stellar move. Absolutely.
Well done, Aztec. I take it all back. You're not as bad as I thought.
No, maybe not all of it back. A good chunk of it.
Yeah. That's a great bit of driving. We haven't seen a lot of passing without errors,
well,
and that was a straight up good bit of driving.
And that's a good classic Symmons Plains pass. There's not too many places you can do that around here. There's only a couple of big stops on the track, and
I think McIndoe under half a second here on Jeff Boost as well, so there's a little push at the back here.
Yeah. And
but hey,
keeping it very tidy.
I've got to ask you, Davo, after seeing the way that Aztec got that car set up off of the hairpin, and getting that move done around the outside, the long way around turn 5, so that he could outbrake Jarks into turn 6.
Yes.
Do you think that he could do that on Stevo, given that Stevo's been getting such good exits?
So just looking at where we are, we've got 42 minutes to go. Bloody hell. If Stevens Super Soft start going away, definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
Right.
So watch this space,
yep.
I reckon.
I think he's put some focus in on that car about getting it off the exit as well. As good as Stevens' car looks, I think
he's going to struggle, and I think Aztec can smell the blood.
Yep.
Absolutely. And Zarks can as well, but Aztec's definitely delivering on the attack, so...
Yeah, Grill's ranging up on the back of Mudgy here, because Mudgy's obviously dropped back
Mudgy came off earlier, didn't he?
He must have, mate, because he was right behind Aztec, and he's been taken by
so
Ash.
I wonder whether he had a little bit of tyre issue, you know, like from the spin, or he's had a slight damage. It's,
Kenny looking for a move on Rob.
Definitely looks damaged on the side, so...
Can't get it done. Nick McIndoe all over the back of Jeff Burst out of turn 7. Wow. With the 52.5.
To 1 and 2.
That might be the quickest lap of the race.
Lots of pressure. And look at how close these boys are. My God. Down into 4.
Only a second and a half off the back of the race leader. All that these guys are battling, they are still flying.
You watch them dodge that bloody tyre wall like the plague.
Okay, so just looking back there, it did look like Aztec got a pretty good run there, Davo. Not good enough though. Stevens so strong out of turn 4.
Yeah, I think obviously he's taking a slightly different line, and he's getting the car back on the rears earlier and giving himself the drive. He's probably suffering a little bit on the entry because the boys do bunch right up behind him under brakes, but he's getting off the corner well. I think Aztec would have to have a little bit of a crack at him from a little bit further back. You know how you just need that little bit of space between the two cars so you can pick up the throttle a bit earlier. It'd be interesting to watch, but I think Stevens' tyres need to... Oh, sharks, plenty of pressure on Aztec there. I think he's probably preoccupied at the moment to have a crack at Melling anyway, so...
Or it could be a reverse move here from Jarks looking for around the outside and maybe an outbraking manoeuvre down into 6.
Yeah. He's put the pressure on.
Can he get it done?
Boys are side by side.
They are side by side. We saw them do this in practice earlier. Great bit of driving by both these guys. Wow. Very, very tight. And so B-Dog barely, he spins in front of Jeff and Nick. Nothing comes of it. We'll just make sure that he doesn't get involved in anybody else down there. Re-entry. There's the fine. Well done, Brendan. Carry on.
Oh, and then we got Mudgy nearly into the wall there. Probably just a little bit distracted by what was going on with the Castrol car.
Aztec did come off.
That is Aztec off, is it? Yep. In the Castrol car? Yep. Oh, that's unfortunate.
I'm not sure whether that was an error or whether it was contact, but yeah.
Performing well. Unbelievable.
Oh, we've got Jeff Burst for a move on the leader around the outside of turn 3. John covering down to 4.
Oh, look at this. This is getting busy right at the front here. What's happened here? Has JB had a little moment back there? Because these boys are all over it at the moment. It's really ramped up. That just doesn't happen that quickly. Something's going on there. So.
There has been something going on. And so we've lost B-Dog from this race. He decided to pull the pin on this one. So we're fine coming his way for leaving early. We're in Grey Park Raceway. Thank you, Brendan. But yeah, definitely something's happened at the front here.
Yeah, yeah, and as it looks like John's gathered himself up there a little bit, and he's
Composed himself.
yeah, he has, and he's like he's stretched straight away. He's noticeably a quicker car than the other two, and oh, still the pressure's on. He knows he needs that space for the pit stop, but Nick and Jeff are so close. Anything could happen just right behind him, so he just needs that space between him and them.
But you just thank all our viewers and comments, post them, and appreciate all the feedback we can get. I hope you enjoy the streams. We have got 2 rounds left after this one. I've got Phillip Island coming up. And I'll go after that. So appreciate all the talk about the stead. Full apologies for not being able to bring you that stream last week. Really good. Getting a really good nice line where he turns down and here. Run off with that, at least my rock car, plenty of straight line.
Plenty of straight line speed there. Really a saving grace. I think it's separating the guys with alternate lines here. Some of them very quick through these undulating braking areas, and others getting off the corner, pardon me.
Yep.
Getting off the corner and getting straight line speed down the straight.
Good to see Jeff back and after a week away and right back up pointing in, because like I said, I didn't want to see that early pace that we used to out of him this week. He's been really busy with commitments outside of some racing and excuse me, and you know, it's great to see him find his pace as the night's gone on. And you know, one thing we can be sure of, and that's pretty cool for us, is we know that come the second stint he'll be as good in that one as he is in this one. So
oh, for sure,
he finishes really well.
He does finish well. The car, I think it's, I mean, attitude's got a lot of skill driving, but that car's set up, and it definitely looks up his tyre. We've got Anthony Chestnut.
Oh, where was that? Out of 3.
Oh, out of 3. Flick turns the car and belts it into the wall. The boys were just coming across over the top of the hill. Very close stuff.
Wow.
Only just caught it in the peripheral of one of the other camera angles there, and
so Jack's really starting to catch Stevo now too, Davo.
I'm impressed. Steven's run this super soft very well.
He has, because he's basically coming into uncharted territory now. He's getting into the time frame where he's you know, obviously they ran it in the 20. He's now what, 27 minutes in. So.
But interestingly, he hasn't actually got a gain from it.
No.
You know, like he's just matched the other guy's pace, and probably starting to suffer from a bit of tyre wear and slowing off anyway. So
what a move from Aztec on Bear Grylls there, mate.
As we head into, you know, like the nice move actually there. But as we move towards the pit stops, yeah, not a lot of gain from Stephen there.
We've got some movement into the pits, and that is our leader, race leader John McDonald, car 1, the Triple H chassis of Jamie Whincup. And so
yeah,
that is a critical time to come in and do that. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, 33 minutes to go.
Jeff and Nick.
Just looking. Yeah, I think he'd be just looking for some clear air here, and he'd look at him. He just with a touch on the wall there, he pulls out into a perfect position.
Yeah, well managed.
Well managed. Apart from the little crush on the wall on the exit. I think he's in a good spot here.
So will we see Jeff first and McIndoe Peel?
Well,
I believe we will. I don't think they will
so.
wait.
You would think so. At least one of them or both. There you
go.
It's only Jeff.
So if Jeff's done his homework here, he'll be depending on what he decided to take during the race as far as starting fuel, as to whether or not he comes out on top. So I'll just pick up with John. John's just coming through turn 6 and 7 now. Pick up on John. He's coming around there. Jeffro is vacating the lane. This is going to be so close.
Very close.
Jeffro gets the undercut, slides it out of turn 1.
There was no need to yield, as the ruling is on the exit of the pits. It was clearly in front of John's car, and well done. Look, isn't this a battle?
This is an amazing battle. John's obviously going to have a hot tyre here.
Very close. Nice from Jake there to let the boys past.
And if I was Jeff here, I'd be parking this car as far left as I possibly could, because I tell you what, John's coming.
I think John's already taken up that bit of space,
so Jeffro's awake to it. He'll see if he can turn the car back down. Beautiful driving. So where is Nick McIndoe? He has stayed out. Nick McIndoe has stayed out.
That is tidy racing right there, J-Man.
That is as good as you'll see, Davo.
Yeah, some good respect. Boys, one into the pits, one out of the pits. It's awesome stuff to watch.
Yeah, that's, you know, John, I think, had to do that. It had to be done there. I think he knows if it got a couple of laps in, Jeff's tyres would have come up to 10, and I don't think there's a lot between these guys at the moment.
No.
But John really putting the hammer down, and right now he's trying to break Jeff. And we've got Nick McIndoe in the pits, mate, so...
He's fine, yeah, he's in. He's in.
I'm just watching him.
This will be an interesting one to watch him come out here too.
And he is exiting the pits. He is exiting. And those boys have got him.
Steph. Here we go. Oh, runs a little wide, a little bit of grass.
Yep. He picks up that position, and that should be provisionally third. We have got a move here. We're looking at. Is that farmer trying to unlap himself on Jarks? I think it is. So will we see Damo peel into the pits this lap round? No, we won't.
So have we seen Stephen in?
We have not seen Steve-O in the pit yet. He is still running this tyre, and I believe that the opportunity's gone. Based on what
super long.
Yeah, based on what we saw from Nick McIndoe, I think the time to come in was straight away.
And he's still doing another lap.
Okay,
I don't believe it.
I don't believe there's enough yield
confident
between the soft tyre and the super soft here.
No, but he's obviously getting some longevity out of it. He's staying out for the extra lap. He's looking for something. He knows the car's still quick enough to be on it. So that's amazing. Just watching the car on track now, doing nothing it wasn't doing in the first 10 laps. So, well done to Steve. Good call. But yeah, little yield.
Okay, so realistically, looking up here, so Mudgee currently holding down P2 behind Jarks. That's provisional. Once these pit shots shake down, I expect to see Mudgee fall back into about 7th or 8th position. Well, we have got a car in the wall down at the hairpin.
Ouch.
I believe that was Jake. Jake Kelly in there, and the Ulux has done a fair bit of damage to that bonnet.
Yeah, Jake has been struggling getting the hairpin there. Most of the time I've seen that car is actually as he's pulling over to let the boys past on the exit, so he's clearly struggling with that braking area.
Yeah,
difficult corner. The tightest hairpin on the whole Australian V8 supercar circuit. So, it's any wonder.
Is Steve-O still out? I just picked up with Steve-O here. I just want to see if he feels
Steve-O
in.
is still out. And here we go. Oh, no.
He's out. He's obviously fueled the car really, really heavy in the opening stint with this tyre on it. So he's done a great job. I think at this point now you could be pretty comfortable in saying that he's going to bolt another set of super softs on this for the run home.
You'd expect so.
He knows they'll do it, and I think what we'll see too, he's going to be lighter on fuel than we've seen him, so he'll be racy. If he can, we'll just stick with him here, Dave, and I just want to see what sort of lap time he's punching at the moment. I'll go to do this now, and the guy will probably pull in. Because I can tell you right now, our provisional leader would be John McDonald Mudge. Mark Mudgeway in the pits, so John will move up to second position.
Yeah.
And John just posting a 53.2. Steve Melling.
Stephen out for another lap.
Coming across the line. John's was a 53.2. Stephen's just come across with a 53.0.
Oh.
So what we're seeing is we're seeing the Steve Melling car actually running quicker than the leaders at the moment.
Yeah.
So this is a really a stellar drive from Steve. And I'm not going to interrupt him. I'm not going to interview him today, Dave. I'm going to let him at work because I can see something pretty special brewing. If he can keep this together.
A few laps ago, we're saying how there was very little gain on, his tyre choice, but like a few laps later, we're going, well, wow.
Yep.
How about this? It's running long and it's running fast. So clearly there is some gain in it.
Both John and Jeff across a 52.5, 52.8, Nick with a 52.6, Stephen about to come across with a 53.1. So not a great deal in it, but they did make some time on him there. John did make 6/10 on him. So he may want to look at going soon.
Track's looking good too. It's sticky. I'm sure it's up on the 100% there, and the boys benefiting from the grips.
Jark's into the pits. Jark, Damo is into the pits.
He's come in, so okay, this will be interesting to see whether he runs in. Stephen follows him in. Now, because these guys were tied in battle earlier.
That gives John McDonald the lead back and the fastest lap of the race with a 52.546. So it was a great time for John to post that time.
Did Stephen pit earlier? Why is this happening? Damo's coming out.
Well, maybe he did. Maybe we missed it.
Maybe he did. We must have missed that.
Actually, we would have given his where he is located now. Yep. So Stephen's on the pace with these guys. He's 10.8 seconds off the lead of this race. Currently sitting in fourth.
With Jark's.
And he's made margin on Jark, so
he has made. And Anthony just going to put pressure straight away on Jark's.
Ashley. Yeah, Ashley on Jark's.
Yeah.
Big time. Yeah, Bear Grylls and Farmer still going at it. I've been sort of just keeping my eye on these guys every now and then, and Bear and Farmer not separated by a lot for 10th and 11th.
No,
11th, sorry. So
good clean night from Bear.
Yep.
I think I've mentioned earlier. I think he's doing a good solid job this season. So yeah, good tidy evening for him. Ash
and Damo, clearly where there's a bit of a battle happening at the moment. And Ash looking really, really good into the hairpin at the moment.
I felt Damo probably had the measure on him in the first stint, so I think once Damo's tyres come up, I think he'll have Ash. Oh, he's run really wide there. He's really lost a lot of space.
Oh yeah, it's tightened up. Once again, John McDonald running record-setting pace that last lap, so he is just belting out the mid-52s at the moment, which is doing him a world of favours with Jeff behind him, about 2.5 seconds behind, and Nick another couple of seconds behind that. So no real threat there from Nick.
No, and 2.5 seconds around Simmons is a big gap. But if you look back, it is a solid gap. So,
so just scrolling down the field, Kenny's got the one car in between him now and Aaron. So that's obviously your leaders are making their way. Your leaders have lapped up to 13th position now and fast approaching 12th. At the 40 odd minute mark. Just making a little inroad there to Jeff. All the guys really tidy off the hairpin now, Dave, are we? They've really got these things dialed.
I think they've seen, there was a few bites in the first race, and as such a short lap, everybody sort of drove past again while these boys were stuck in that tyre bundle. I'm sure they just went, well, I don't want to be there. So
yeah, I agree.
Taking some care and attention in the braking area. Not to say that it won't happen again.
Oh, she's getting busy up here, mate, with lap traffic.
Oh, I see that. The walkie car going wide to let Jeff through. Nice, tidy stuff, but still very awkward. Jeff got Kenny sort of sized up there, but Kenny's showing really good pace. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that earlier tonight, how Kenny had done a few practice laps, and he's looking pretty tidy.
Sure, and I mean, Nick's not out of this. He's doing a great job in behind Jeffro there. I believe the lap traffic playing a big part in this. Jeff just dropping the right-hand wheel off the exit there.
Nick's got a run.
Giving Nick a great opportunity down to
outside run. No.
Back towards the inside. Nick does conventionally does cut down tighter, but he does run around the outside there with Jeff that time around.
Pretty well had no choice there but to yield, and probably better to do it early, and so they both got pace off the corner at least then. So
just picked up on there. I mentioned to you earlier, Dave, he'd been working his way forward to put the pressure on Farmer, and he is right on the back of him now. Who is right on the back of Mark Mudgeway.
Excellent work by Bear, getting a bit tailed. I'm sure he's getting a bit excited and making some ground on Farmer and seeing that battle in front of him. So I'm sure he'll want to get in touch with that pack of cars.
And so these guys haven't ditched Kenny yet. I mean, Kenny will be getting some blue. He'll be getting some blue flags, I'm sure, but he doesn't want to lift either because he's got A&E up in front, which is the position. So, you know, albeit he might be seeing a blue, he doesn't want to lift. He wants that yellow car up the front. So now Beer is going to have to yield because he has got the one car of John McDonald right on his tail.
Yeah, well, Bears knows what he's doing. I'm sure he'll just leave it to the right space, which is probably about here somewhere.
Yeah, he's got out the throttle. He's done the job.
He just rolls out of it just for a second.
He'll know that he's got to be a bit careful with A&E on the tail here though, but he'll know that Farmer's actually got to do the same. Farmer,
as all of the back markers do. So
Mudgie's got that wrong. Mudgie has obviously thought that the 97 car was the one car and he's lifted, and actually Farmer's gone through on him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's a neat little tactic there. So he's got the job done there.
I can just hear the giggling from Farmer's cockpit right now.
Yes. he's got a freebie. He has got a freebie. And I can tell you, looking at the attitude on Mudgie's car, he's not at all happy with it.
Oh, I'm sure he's not. He's probably thinking, fuck you, farmer, I want that
Yeah,
shit
look at it,
back."
look at it, look at it. He's closed the door. He said, no, pal, I didn't mean it.
You cheeky motherfucker.
Oh dear, that's brilliant, that's brilliant. Oh, we've had a spinner. Aaron E has spun.
Oh, it's disappointing.
Yeah. So, Mackinder and Jeff, they're still going at it in behind all this. This is actually a great part of the race, this point where these guys have caught up the traffic. The traffic's battling each other.
A lot of respect here, but these guys they're playing for keeps. So
Yeah.
it's good fun to watch, and you can see the attitude, the mentality in the attitude of the cars, you know.
I tell you what, Jeff.
Mudgie's got the headlights on.
I tell you what, it's Nick McIntyre with the headlights on too, I can assure you. Wow. They round up racing all down there.
Ah, big. Bloody hell, here we got Kenny, we got, you name it, they're all there.
They're all there.
Everyone's having a good, it's all bunched up, we've got back markers, fast back markers. You know, some of the top runners here, and with the high average speed around here, it makes for some interesting passing.
John McDonald
Good
really
tidy
working the
stuff,
traffic.
though, from the back markers here, just leaving the space. Because you just can't pull up, you just can't slow down and let these guys pass. You've got to just roll off it and do it in the right places. So, yeah, good work from all the back markers to...
Mark Mudgeway wants this position back from this 97 car, and I'll tell you what, he's a half a chance down here into the gives him a gives him a bit of a howdy, mate. I'm here. I want to come back through. So, I'm going back to Nick because he's got a nice run down to 6. I noticed Nick very happy to use the inside curve through 6 there, Davo. Not a lot of the other cars can.
Yeah, Nick's probably got one of the tidier handling cars tonight. I think it's probably doesn't look as agitated on the track, but it's soaking up a lot more of the curve, like you said, and it's probably straightening some of the corners out a little bit better than the other cars, but not overly pointy, but yeah, I think it's safe, and that counts around here.
It does. So Steve Melling's got the, he's had a big slide into the hairpin, gathered it up, driven it out nicely though, but he has got Damo, aka Jarkus, right up behind him.
Keeping him honest as usual.
6 to 7 feet behind him. So
it's a bit of a theme tonight with these two boys. It's like
Kenny Simpson putting all sorts of pressure on Bear Grylls sitting in that tent now. But it's not a chew-in. He's got Kenny there, and Kenny will want to get inside the 10. I think Kenny would deserve to be inside the 10.
Absolutely, and I think Kenny's always hungry right to the end of the race. He does not give up. Bear, on the other hand, can probably relax a little bit. He's been known to relax a little bit towards the end. Very close to the wall there.
Farmer has got it.
I see that on the wall. Yeah. Yeah. Back on track.
Mudgie's doing a readdress. So they have had contact.
Oh, they
down
did
at
have contact. Okay. Oh, Mudgie got impatient. Farmer Hill is still on. We've got them side by side here.
Yep.
Into the final turn.
Oh, and Anthony Chesney gets fed out wide and Kenny's looking for a move on the inside of Bear Grylls. Contact into 1, 2.
Oh, it's a bit messy back there.
He's going to run through.
Oh, both of them are outside.
I tell you what, mate, that is as busy as you like.
Did you pick that one up?
Oh, mate, I got a fair bit of that on camera, mate. So
that is some pretty scary stuff there. These boys, look, it's all happening.
yeah. Hey, and I've just switched back to Jarks because we were 12 and a half minutes to go. 13 minutes to go plus a lap. He's all over the back of Steve-O. That's Ash Vertiger is not far behind, and that is for position. So he's currently running in 6th position in the 99 V8 Pasquale car, just in the background, and as long as these guys are battling, it'll give them opportunity to close that gap. Oh, Pete Dempsey there, up the inside. Oh, this is getting busy, mate.
Kenny, Stephen, we've got bloody Damo in there. They've got lap traffic. It's zigging, they're sagging. It's getting scary. Oh, Stephen!
He's locked the rears.
Threads the needle through a whole bunch of back markers and positions. Unbelievable. Hits nothing.
Loses 2 positions out of it.
Loses 2 positions. Unfortunate, but very lucky. Jesus, J-Man, he would be just...
Oh, Kenny sent it down the inside. Kenny's got an airborne. Oh.
He's way out of the field. He's having a bit of a plough.
Yeah.
Gonna plant some seed.
Yeah, mate. He's out there fucking crop dusting.
Crop dusting.
Oh, Jeff has a big lock up into 4, gives Nick it.
It's getting hectic.
It is. So Damo being the beneficiary there. Damo up to 4th place. Ash Vertiger into 5th. Stephen back to 6th. Aztec currently sitting in 7th.
Still lapping traffic. These boys are still right in amongst a whole bunch of lap traffic. And as much as these lapping, the slower guys, the back markers, are doing a great job. It's just bunching this field up. The guys are opportunistic and they just want to have a crack.
Well, Nick having a run wide out of 1 and 2 there.
Yeah, I see that.
Putting all sorts of pressure on Jeff there at that point too.
Well, yeah, he's just lost all that pressure there. He's lost about 7 or 8 car lengths there, so that'll take a few laps to gather back in.
This ASRNZ will back up to the back of Kenny Simpson here, so this will be position. Remember Aaron running strong earlier in the night before he had a spin down at turn 4. So he's worked his way back up, obviously Kenny having a big run wide just before, so potential for Aaron to move up another spot here, but once again I just want to touch base Davo here with Bear Grylls, who's still in the 10 looking up the road. Mark Mudgeway chasing down Farmer for 9th, and that'll be 8th that Farmer's holding down at the moment, and this is probably the closest we've seen, and Farmer just running wide there out in between 1 and 2 gives Margie the opportunity to get that job done. It's you know, we've seen a fair bit of shuffling positions in this second race tonight. A lot of errors, some quality passing, and Margie's looped it up.
Oh, he has to, and not even looped it. It's just that, trying to. It's a funny corner. That's Damo in the background is doing it as well.
Yep.
It's got that bit of camber on the exit there, and it begs you to lean on the loud pedal on the exit, and getting this late on the stint, it's I'm sure they will suffer for a bit of contact, but
I'm just wondering if we're seeing a bit of tyre wear there in there too, David?
Most of the time, yeah, without a doubt. I think that's what they're doing. It's just they're just pushing the limits there. Bloody Symmons is so fast. You just cannot back off.
And that's Pete Apsey legitimately up into P11, so he's got Kenny and all of that, and Steve-O just rounding him up.
The car were doing well.
Yeah. Steve-O trying to charge up the road and at least get that 5th back off of Ash.
I think it goes without saying Stephen's probably backed off a little bit and it's in a little bit more of a conservative mood than he was earlier in the race. After making that mistake down in the hairpin.
Well, Carlo having a spin coming out of 3, so The guys have to be a little bit careful picking that one up. Hopefully he's got that thing going. He's back off the inside of the track. There's a camera up there. Can get on the gas after this next couple of cars.
Back in a sec.
Just looking down here, that's Jeff first heading down through 5 into 6. Nick McIntyre still hot on his heels. Damo coming down through 5 now. There's the Ashley and Steve-O just in behind there. I think the car behind them is Aztec. It's actually making some inroads. It's been a bit of a lonely race for him, the back end of this one. But still a solid 7th position. And Farmer and Bear still going at it, which is great to see. Bear looks strong. Bear looks really strong. Flames coming from the pipes down into the floor. Brake lockups there. Both the guys running very similar lines. The next car on the line running a slightly higher line than those guys. Steve-O and Ash running a similar line. Pete, Rob, they're running a similar line as well. So Nick's still in the 52-second bracket there. That last lap round, while just 53, low 53s, but then a sniff of Jeff heading down into turn 4. So this isn't done yet either. Here's that conventional line for Jeff, but that shallow line for Nick, which certainly makes the car look comfortable, but not giving him a run onto the back straight. Stephen, who has caught back up. Ash, 5.5 minutes to go. Plenty of time for a blue here.
Yeah, and I see Bear Grylls is just leaning on Farmer again.
He's all over Farmer, mate.
And
Mudgie's in there.
as the sun starts to get low in the sky, and
There's plenty of
the
big shadows out there.
yeah, I'm sure the boys are suffering for some vision there, heading into the sun every now and then. But
Oh, Nick, but he had a really
this
good run then.
Mudgee, Bear Grylls and Farmer battle here is actually ramped right up towards the end. It's for the minor places in the top 10, so they're doing...
Oh, Rob having a huge moment there. I'm not sure what happened there.
See that?
He's just sitting in the middle of the track. If he can get that
Is
thing
he
going.
still... You think
He's
he's
taking
hit...
it back
Did
to
he
the
hit? Did he hit anything there?
Well, he certainly hit the wall.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Mudgee having a big look on Bear into 1 and 2.
Yeah, this is all bunched really tightly here now with Damo.
Yeah, he's ranged up in there. Clearly he's
Yes.
a fair few positions ahead of them, so these guys will get a blue flag. Mudgee will be the first to get the blue flag.
Yeah. Which will mix this whole little battle up. Apart from Jarkus having to, Damo having to sort of thread his way through it, these guys will have to back off in, sequence as he comes through, and that mixes up their battle. So it's easy to break the concentration. You just wonder, getting so close to the end, it looks like, oh, there goes Bear. He's got a wheel on the grass coming into the...
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Into 5 there, 6 I think it is.
Sorry, I was still engaged in this battle between Nick McIntyre and Jeff Burst, because it's just Nick looking down the inside into 4, not quite. I just sense that he's going to have a go.
Very nice.
That's unfortunate for Bear.
Yeah, doing really well. A bit of a meat in the sandwich situation there, and having to,
Mark
monitor both ends of the car.
Mudgee getting a beautiful run, Davo, onto the front straight. Farmer hanging the car
Excellent.
really, really wide, but I tell you what, if he pokes his car out of the slipstream, he'll have enough speed.
Yeah, pretty committed move this, and you've got to start it well back, and Mudgee was way not in that position then, unfortunately. Got to be well up inside the car before you even tip it into the fast right-hander. Mudgee just taking a very wide lay on there just to keep a check on the lawn situation.
Yep. Now he's got a blue flag because Jarks is all over him. I'll be interested to see whether he lifts here.
Well, look, in theory he should. You probably leave it till after 4 here and just see how Jarkis's line is. But you know, he can keep an eye on his viewers there, and I got a funny feeling Jarks doesn't actually want to pass these guys. I think Jarks is probably happy. Old Damo there, happy with where he's sitting, and was just quite happy to let these guys battle on. And oh, unbelievable.
Mudgee.
Mudgee looked like he was going to tip the car over there. The thing was well up on 2 wheels. Nearly went over. Scraping door handle stuff.
The Pete Apsey getting Ken Simpson there for 10th position. Was that Kenny getting Aaron? No, I think it was Pete getting... Yeah. So, still watching this. I'm still watching with interest this Nick McIndoe Jeff Burst battle, because man, it's been close. I was panning between the Bear Grylls Farmer battle. I don't know what that looks like. The Farmer's got a little bit of margin on Mudgee now. Okay, so I think it is back here with Nick and Jeff.
Yeah, Nick and Jeff going toe to toe.
This has been going on for most of the second
tidy
stint.
battle. It has been, and these guys with a lot of respect for each other. The cars look very equally paced. Boys are well
Beautiful
settled
run
into their
through the
groove. Pretty well without a mistake. You know, these guys they're pretty well going to hold their positions, but very tidy stuff. Looks.
Shout out to John McDonald up the road, nearly 8 seconds up the road. Obviously, had it all his way, really. The back end of this, he just put his head down and let these other guys go to war.
Yeah.
Jake doing a great job letting those guys go.
Again, yeah.
Because we're going to see this one plus one more, so there'll effectively be 2 laps, including this one to go, people.
This is very tight stuff.
It is very tight.
The back of Jeff's car.
Nick's having a look down the inside.
Nick's having a big crack. There's that tyre wall. Oh,
he misses it.
My God.
He had to have a go.
There must have been freaking millimetres in that.
Well done.
My God.
Well done to Jeff for reading that as well. I think Jeff knew that Nick was going to give it a lick and send it, and look, it didn't stick. But you know, props to him. And
you gotta love it.
And I think you'd have to think that Jeff will be awake to that move again this lap around as well.
Absolutely, and look, we'd be disappointed if he didn't have a crack at it.
Yep.
You know, so good on Nick. Give it a go.
Hey, just to mention, sorry, apologies to Steve-O, because he actually has got the job done on Ash Vetiger there.
Excellent work, Stephen.
So Stephen back into the 5th position, but we are going to stick with Nick McIndoe and Jeff Burst down here.
As they range up on Bear Grylls here,
they do.
Had a couple of little bit of slip-ups, but looks like he should hold himself pretty well. He might pull over here, but he looks like he's got the pace to stay in front of the boys here and just run it across the line. So.
Shout out here to John McDonald.
Well done. These boys come around again. Such clean laps.
Yeah, John
well
McDonald
done.
takes P1. Jeff Burst in 2nd position for a hard-fought battle from Nick McIndoe in 3rd. Jarkus just rounding up here to come round and take this this 3rd position. This 4th position, sorry.
And to be honest, the pace of the race tonight was not surprising.
Yeah, Stephen to bring it home in fifth, Ash Vertiger in sixth, Aztec bringing this home in seventh. Farmer 8th, Mudgee 9th, Pete, solid top 10 for Pete. That's a great showing for Pete. It's a bit of reward for opening his checkbook and putting some new hardware in underneath him, so it's good to see Pete performing with the new gear.
It's
Kenny
always
Simpson,
good to see results for your money. Yes,
absolutely.
good work, Kenny, as well
Yeah,
there.
P11, Aaron 12th, Bear Grylls 13th. Unlucky to Bear Grylls, I thought that was a top 10 car all day. Anthony Chester
Absolutely.
14th, Jake into 15th, and Carlo Racing Wheel into 16th. We had a couple of retirements, B-Dog and Rob A. Condolences to you guys for whatever happened there. We did enjoy it when you were there. And Davo, you know, what's your take on that tonight, mate? You know, it was that was a pretty epic little racetrack to call. I think we had a little meeting earlier on in the week, and there was a little discussion around the 60s, and in respect of we weren't probably seeing as much battling at the end of these races, and this certainly proved us wrong there. Man, it got busy.
It did get busy. It did get busy, and it rightly so. Like the track's so fast and but
Yep.
you know, when the tyres and the fuel are, you know, playing into the game, it's always exciting. So no, it's good stuff. Good to watch. Good call.
Yeah, very
good
cool.
fun.
Very cool. So hey mate, that is a wrap. We'll be back again next week, same time, same place. Obviously Phillip Island. Just a quick shout out to Damo, aka Jarkus. Thanks for the additional camera angles tonight. I think it was pretty. We enjoyed it.
It was good. Thanks, Damo.
And yeah, Davo, thank you very much again, mate. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks, JB. Thanks for having me.
All right, mate.
It's awesome. Glad to be here.
And to all our subscribers and peeps, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy it. We'll see you next week.
Awesome. See you next week, boys.